Hey everyone. If you're seeing this now, you're probably catching me on replay. So we're going to wait a couple minutes for everybody. So you might want to fast forward a little bit. Um, I'm just doing a quick check in with everybody. And I have a project that I started that I kind of want to keep working on for a little bit tonight because I haven't been able to be down here. So we will wait for our friends. I'm going to be putting my camera down on my desk because there's a project that I started that I'm not there yet that I want to make some changes to. Hi Laura, thanks for being here. I'm gonna go down to my desk in a minute. I just was dying to get down here, as you know. And I have a project I started before all the hoopla happened. And but we're good. We're doing good. I love to hear that. I miss you guys too. I feel like I'm so out of sorts right now. There's just been too much going on the past few weeks. Like, but everything's worked out fine, you know. So it just eventually it does. It's just sometimes it sucks. So I don't know if anybody else will be here but us. But um I'm going to put my camera down because I'm working on a project that I started and it's coming along, but I think I need to do a little bit more. Um, let me put, let me knock stuff over. Oh, yeah, this is like no shower, no makeup kind of night. Maybe tomorrow. All right, let me do this. So hold on to your hat. Okay, so I have been asked to do a lot of crowns, and I have one more photo box. I know, Laura. I love you guys. I wasn't worried about it, but I'm just myself. So, um, anyway, I have one more photo cube, and I'm being asked nonstop for crowns, and I found this beautiful one, that I actually made off of my AI software, where it's a crown in the snow with the trees, and it's really pretty. But I'm struggling a little bit with all these like kind of dark blues and everything. Um, so I have this Cernet metallic that like matches perfectly that I need to make some tiles with. I already made these tiles, and you know what is so cool? I've never worked with opal. Have you guys worked with opal before? It is like it's translucent, but it has glitter in it. It's beautiful, but I have to tell you, to work with it was a little you get glitter all over everything. Like real glitter. Hate it. Yeah, it is very messy. But I think because of this that I'm working on, it might work. I don't know. I haven't put it together. So there's two things I'm going to do tonight that I know of. And the first thing is going to be I'm going to make some tiles out of this pink, and then I think I have everything else ready to go. Oh boy, I didn't cut that very well. Yeah, Laura, I had one pack. Actually, I don't even know what I used it on. I had three, you know how the pack comes in 4 sections? I had 3 sections left. I'm like, well, this might be glittery and go with a crown with all the glitter that and sparkles everyone wants. But then, oh God, this is soft as can be. But then I started working with it and I'm like, well, this is a hot mess. So I don't know what I think about it. I don't think I'm going to use it unless I have to. That's my stance on it. But, it's there. This will work. It'll be okay. So I made a lot more tiles than I did with the lax photo cube I did. I see eyeballs, but nobody's saying hi. And then it got glitter in the opal got glitter in my pasta machine, which I was not happy about because that's not fun to clean out and it's really hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a light glitter. It actually can pit your pasta machine. And that's what I was thinking when I got my new one. I wonder if this did it last time. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Hi, guys. Come on in, whether you're new or not, and say hi. See all your eyeballs. I'm not going to look you up and pull you out, but so our power is back. I could never believe, and they came out today and said it was 90 mile per hour winds, not 80 that came through here. Our infrastructure isn't built for that because we don't live in Robin. Hi. Hey, Katie, come on in. I'm working on a photo box. I'll bring you up to speed in a second. I just have one more set of tiles to do for it. So, yeah, we're not built for 90-mile-an-hour winds. And I think why our power got restored so soon was because we live on a main highway that it's a 4-lane road, but that's big around here. But there's a ton of traffic lights and none of them are working. And people don't know how to do a 4-way stop anymore. So we are Katie, we got the whole family here. And I just thank God we got it back. But my boys are both out, and my son, poor Christopher, the one that had the accident, is getting married. They don't have it yet. And there's a huge tree that fell across from the neighbor's house and took down all the power lines and street lights all onto his truck, like the whole 9 yards. And I just feel sorry for this kid at this point. He went back to the doctor today and they said they wouldn't release him back to work. He had to have an ultrasound on a hematoma he has. I don't know what I'm doing with this, guys. Let's just roll with it. And so he's kind of bummed. But he had to put a ladder up for Lauren to climb over. Hey, Nick. He had to put a ladder over their back fence, which goes up to a church's house, for Lauren to get in that night. Tuesday night it happened because of the power lines being down. And so that was kind of funny. And now they took off panels. They haven't even talked to the church. They took off panels on the privacy fence that's brand new that they put up. And like the concrete is like 2 feet higher than where their backyard is. And so and then there's the rails even when you remove the panels. So we went over there last night and we were climbing through. They're saying August 14th. And quite frankly, I think that yeah, Robin, I know. But I think that they're just saying that to get people off their backs. We have Michigan and Indiana are here. I'm going to use this. I'm just using a simple method here. I'm going to use this Creative Art, Jet Age Studio. This is the one that I get from Etsy. Jet Age Studio is where you have to go. You won't find it on Creative Art. And it's called Marguerite. But yeah, it has been a rough couple of weeks. I finally broke down yesterday. I was trying to work. I went to Panera. Oh my god. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, well, I'll get internet access here. And then there was all there was tables flooded with people even sharing them with computers. And I'm like, "Oh, it was so loud in there." And then the regular customers are like, "There's nowhere to sit." And then the only table I could find was by the front door in the main walkway. So people were coming in, out, walking past me. I'm like, I was like on Teams, that's what we use. And I'm like telling the girl I work with, I'm like, I'm seriously, I can't do this. Like, I can't even escape what's going on at home here because I'm gonna have an anxiety implode. And I did after because when you're helpless, it sucks. Who's having broccoli cheese soup? Anyway, I'm going off. But what I wanted to do, so let me show you guys that are new. So I started this photo cube because everybody wants these crowns. But the only thing is I don't like the gold, at least on the top. So I'm going to be painting this black or a really dark blue. Maybe we could do a blue black. So that's the next thing we're going to do. But I want to get these in the oven. These are the ones I already have done. Laura and I were talking about how pretty opal is, but how awful it is to work with because this glitter, can you guys see this? This glitter is like humongous and it's hard. And I was afraid it was going to ruin my pasta machine. And it might even be the culprit of what happened before doing that. Oh, broccoli cheese soup at Panera. Well, I was trying to save my money, so I bought the cheapest cup of coffee I could so I could just sit in there and work as fast as could be. Mind you, I already had an energy drink before I went there, so that didn't help with the whole anxiety issue. But I ended up telling my boss yesterday, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't like Chris's accident. Then we had the shower, which I did a lot of work for. And, I'm like always gung ho. I don't have bad days. I make myself not have bad days. And I was like, I had a bad day. And I finally broke down and I'm like, this is just sucky. And I feel sorry for people that live where their houses get destroyed from hurricanes and storms and stuff, but it doesn't happen here. That's one of the reasons why I have to put up with this crappy snow during the winter. And snowstorms are different. To get 90-mile-an-hour winds, you guys, that is I never in my life. Robin, do you like the opal? But yeah, it's whatever. So let me get my little one. I'm still kind of out of it. I'm almost like, what just happened? And do you guys know I bought a generator today because my husband was like, "Hey, can you run up and buy a generator?" It was like $1,900. I'm like, no. No. I think we're gonna have to go find ice before we do that. But I found a cheaper one this morning that will do our refrigerator and our um devices. And that's all we need. And he agreed finally. And it'll be here tomorrow now that the power's back on. I ordered about 500 AA batteries for our candles and little lanterns we have. You know, I'd buy it all over again if I knew it would come back on. Because I'm spoiled, I guess. I'm just not a camper or a glamper. I am. I used to be, but those days are over. Yeah, and not to mention all my food went bad, everything. We have a big stand-up freezer in the garage. I saved some of it that I found one person to take had a little bit of room. Um, and then my inside fridge, it was just huge, and freezer, everything expired yesterday. So I went to Myers this morning and I bought ice and I bought black cherry White Claw for myself, which I'm not supposed to really drink, but once in a while. And yeah, um walked in the door and the power came back. I was sitting there staring at the wall. How sad is that? Power came back on. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've missed you so much." It was like a month. And it was only 3 days, but I'll tell you, that's a long time. And you know what I hate even more, guys? When you go into the bathroom or up the stairs and you keep turning on the light switches and there's nothing coming on. God, let me put this in the oven. Oh, but you know what? Everybody's fine. And my kids know we have power, so if they need something, they can come over. We're always here for each other. Timing could have been worse, I mean, I'm thankful. I was thankful through the whole time this was going on that we were all okay, but it's just frustrating. All right, so I am just this gold is not working for me at all on here. So I'm gonna paint this and see if it helps. I've already glued this on. I can't change the picture. Um, so I'm just gonna use black. Autopilot. I That's what I was doing, then all of a sudden I sat down yesterday afternoon and I started crying. I'm like, when you're helpless, it sucks. But that's how I felt. And I couldn't work. And I had all this work to do. I mean, I did get a lot done at Panera, but I don't know. So I need to have another sale now. Um, so I'm gonna try and get a lot of projects done. The other thing is I'm working on stuff for the wedding. I have 2 flower girl baskets and oh, thanks, Robin. I have 2 flower girl baskets. I spray painted one white tonight. I have flowers to wrap on it. And then there's a chest for their cards. I That's what I was gonna start working on today if the power didn't come back on because I could spray paint it and I could start like this looks so much better already. Jeweling it or rhinestoning it, I mean. But I'm that one's still sitting up there. If I do that one with you guys, that's gonna have it's not gonna be clay and it's gonna be outside. Excuse me, with a bigger um uh God, my words. For my phone or my iPad. I'm like, did I have black under my finger? Have you guys done that? And you're like, duh. So this dries real quick, which is nice. I was a little skeptical because I already had this painted down, but it seems to be working. Um, yeah, I don't know I can't. You guys, I have chemo brain from when I had chemo. I do pretty well. Like, I never use that as an excuse, but trust me, I still have it. It never goes away. And so I lose my words. Maybe it's a White Claw. I've only had half of one. So that looks a lot better, I think. And now I just have to dry it. So I hope this isn't messing up my voice, but it might. Thanks, Laura. I think the black really made it. I can leave the gold on the sides because those are going to be covered up anyway. Okay, so I know when I go live, I know when I'm not live, when I'm just recording, you can hear over my videos, but when I've watched back my lives, I've realized that um it doesn't sound quite right, so I'm sorry. But since there's going to be tiles up against here, I'm going to try and be really careful, but I don't care. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to paint the bottom of this now. But I'm okay with leaving this bottom gold. White Claw, probably. I'm allowed. I say so. All right. So this will look a lot better. I know this is a really boring live, guys, but I'll probably, I mean, that clay's never gonna, I mean, if it was done now, would do this whole thing real quick, but I think it still has like 20 minutes. I'm gonna, hold on. I'm gonna argue with my baby lips. All right, everybody's on the same page with the black. That's good. I am too. It's my go-to color, and so is the gold. And I thought, stop using black. Go back to use some gold. Yeah. Sometimes I really like it. I use it more on my plaques, I think. I've used it on boxes, but like the dragonfly one that I did that Laura has. I think I did, or was it black, Laura? I don't remember now. But that was really pretty with gold. So, but this one, not so much. Yep, just made that worse. And I'm not going to fret about the bottom. I'm going to clean it up as best I can. And then you can't even see what I'm doing. You always go back and find something, don't you? So I'm going to do that. And then I did make another one of these. So I have two. I didn't end up using it on our last one, the Stitches of Love, because it didn't look right. And I had actually spray painted one of them rose gold. Then I tried to paint it red, and now it's spray painted back to gold because this is what really stands out. So I have two of these now that we may use on this one. It was black, Laura. Sorry. I'm thinking of the handle and the accent colors, I think, maybe. So let me put this aside. Hold on, I missed a spot. Sometimes when I think stuff starts to dry, it comes through too, especially this gold. Ugh. I'm just going to put this aside because I might need to do another coat on here when it's dry. Here's a spot. See, when you go over spray paint with a different color, it'll pop through once it starts to dry. I have learned that. It's popping through everywhere. But I'd like to get this one done. And then I have a couple other things to show you. Let me just put one more coat on here. We're White Capsule sisters. Did you mean White Claw? All right. I that's not a routine for me. I wish it could be, but I'm not really supposed to have alcohol. I'm allowed if it's just here and there. But that was the first thing I went and got at Myers today. You guys, I admit it. I don't care. I'm human. White Claw and ice. And then they had these little sandwiches like you get from Chick-fil-A that were warm. that I could bring home for lunch because John came home to eat real quick today. And the second I got home with all this stuff all prepared, the power came on. I'm like, okay, fine. I just was looking at chicken that was these beautiful chicken breasts, $2.99 a pound. All this stuff. But I'm like, I want that. And I knew I couldn't. But maybe I'll go back tomorrow. All right. White Claw sisters. Well, you never know. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you guys a couple things until those darn tiles are done in the oven. And I'm going to set this aside in case I need another coat on it. I'm going to wipe this up. So I went to Goodwill. Oh gosh, this was, sorry, I can't, I got to do more than that. But I went to Goodwill and I have this really cool, sorry, knock something over, project idea. Bye, Robin. Thanks for popping in. I bought 2 frames and one of them, okay, so this is a really nice frame. Like, it doesn't appear to be too beat up on the back. It was $3.74. And it's a Thomasville Marketplace. I don't know who that is. It could be Walmart or Target or I don't know. But anyway, it's in good shape. So I was going to take it apart and spray paint the top. The inside is a 5x7. So this one, because it's so curved like this, I was going to just kind of paint and then maybe figure out how I could get some words up here or something. And then the inside will just be like a whole mosaic, maybe with a little picture or a saying in the middle. But I think a framed mosaic would be really cute and it would be a nice addition to what I'm working on. And then I found this one, which is an 8x10. It's probably 11, 12, 13, 14, 11 by 14 or 12 by 14. But this one's flat. So I have to think about, it doesn't have that big So I might just paint this too and do a mosaic on the inside, but I just think a mosaic being framed would be so cool. This was also $3.74 at Goodwill. But it comes with your typical particle board, but everything's in really good shape. So I picked it up. And that's a decent area to work with, I think. I actually like this frame just the way it is. It's kind of cool. I could see a beach theme going in here, actually, to be honest with you. Laura, one of yours has a gray wood that I didn't mess with either. Because it reminds me of like, it just seems beachy. I could decoupage. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't done any of my decoupage stuff. Did I? I think I already showed you guys this, but if you haven't seen it, so I haven't been in my book lately, but I do paintings and stencils and stamping. Try to get paper for that I can cut up and do a mosaic with. And I have this one that would look really kind of cool with that color. This one's kind of bizarre, but I like it. I don't know. And I think that's it. I started tissue papering one of them down. Yeah, I have to get back in here and start painting and stenciling and stamping again. So I have stuff that I can. Some of my best mosaics, I have to tell you, is when I have those pieces that I did, and they're so abstract because I don't even know what's going to come out of them. Thanks, Nikki. So, and one more thing. I have a 6x6 butterfly box, or I'm sorry, a hummingbird. This is when Debbie asked during my sale last time if I had any hummingbirds. I'm like, man, it's not done. But I did do this hummingbird and it's just gorgeous. This is one I created out of my AI software. And then I did a whole bunch of tiles, some with the gold leaf and paint. And then like these are just mica powder and I love them because they came out like perfectly to match. My hummingbird's a little crooked, which sucks, but that happens sometimes. And then I did pink, and I have the blue, and then I of course have the blue foils, and I have some pink foils. So I have to put this one together, but most of the hard work is done. So we have that coming up, and then I have to put the legs on it, which is a whole nother situation with making sure those will stay on. Let's see. I haven't quite been an hour, but I don't think because I'm not going to be able to get my stuff out of the oven and the paint's drying. So I'll probably come back live tomorrow night again. I know it's a Friday night, but that is my life. So I'll probably come back tomorrow night again and we can put the tiles on and see what it looks like. I have to be honest, I'm not feeling as confident as the last one we did, and that's my last photo cube, but I want to get some more. You got to watch Michael's and Hobby Lobby, you guys. When Hobby Lobby has unfinished wood on sale, it is 50% off. You can get one of those birdhouses that I did for $5. I mean, it's crazy what they do. Or how they do it. Well, sure China helps a little, but they buy in major bulk. So, and those birdhouses are good quality. It's more of a spring or summer project, but I mean, whenever you're in the mood. I was in the mood for Christmas the other day. I do not do Halloween, you guys. I am not a big Halloween fan. I'm sorry. I think you're in or you're out of that club, and I'm not. Like, we close up our blinds and grab a beer and turn on the TV on Halloween. Well, we don't have a lot of kids. We never did that when my kids were little, but now we do. Anyway, maybe Thanksgiving or a fall theme I'll probably do too. So I'm thinking that. I have a lot of ideas up in this head of mine, but I want to get through one thing at a time, and then I need to schedule another live sale to have because I want to sell what I have if I can. You know, when you're new, you just roll with the punches. I was very fortunate last time, as many of you know. Um, but I got to get that together. And then, oh, and I did not seal these yet. I'm going to seal them once they're on the box, like I did with the Stitches of Love, the black checks and hearts. So these are crazy pretty, but man, I don't ever want to work with this again. So, and if JC is watching the replay, I want you to get into this, girl. I know you're trying. But we're all here. So JC's trying to start again, and it's expensive, which I get. So take advantage of those sales when they come across. I try to put everything I find. Did you guys see Blueberry Beads is moving? I'm just getting clay for $2.29. Like I need clay, like I need a hole in the head. Nikki loves Halloween. Good, you can do it for me. Oh, I just am not. I don't, and people dressing up as adults freaks me out. I like when they come to work as a clown or as a cat. I'm like, I can't. So, but to each his own, and I want you to enjoy all those holidays that you have and the ones that you love and have fun with them. So I'm gonna go because those other tiles, by the time they get done and the time they cool, it's gonna be tomorrow night. So maybe I'll come back tomorrow night and we'll just finish this one on a live again. And then I'll be thinking about my next project to put on YouTube. Like as a real video project, not me talking the whole time with you guys, but I like being with you guys. So all right. All right, cool. I'm going to end this live right now. And then I appreciate you guys all so much for being here. Yes, Nikki, you're absolutely right. Everyone is different. And that's what makes the world go around. Thank God. If we were all the same, none of us would get along, would we? So, all right, guys. Love you. See you soon.